Hey gang. Hey. I haven't watched this video back since editing. I'm shouting, so there's a good chance I'm 90% sure it's really nonsensical, but we'll see what happens. I'm doing a press-on set for somebody and we are using lily pad and Tiffany from Gel Perfection, which you can get at diamondglitters.co.uk. You can use code TEAMDG for a discount as well. We are starting with lily pad. I genuinely did not know what I was going to do with this set, but I know the client wanted these sorts of colours and florals and things like that, and a bit of sparkle, so I was just getting some colour on there, and I changed these now because the little plastic ones the magnets aren't very strong, and it's pissing me off. What was I saying? Oh god, it's too hot to even think straight. So I'm getting the colours down and then literally just making it up as I go along, which I often quite do. I'm not starting again. So I'm going to do an ombre here. I wasn't sure if these colours went together, but I'll be damned, I was gonna make them go together. So I'm doing an ombre of these ones here. Sometimes with an ombre you need 3 coats. Sometimes the first coat will be a bit sort of gappy. But if it is, it's no big deal. Your first coat of ombre is never going to be perfect. So that was good enough for the first coat, and that is going in the lamp for a minute. And doing another ombre. Probably didn't need to show you both, but I'm doing 2 ombres. Actually, there was a reason I left both in, because I thought, oh, I have a point to make about it. What was the point? I don't know. I'm wiping my brush. If it starts to get too dark towards the bottom, I'll wipe my brush off and then start from the bottom and go upwards. And then make sure just getting the sides as well. Yeah. And this one is lily pad as well. Fuck me. Stop saying There's a bit of fluff. Get out of here, you damn dirty ape. And that's going in the lamp. So let's switch it to sews. So I'm doing a second coat of the colours, and because I still didn't know what I was going to do, if I was going to be doing foils on some of them, normally I'd maybe only do 1 coat of colour underneath them, just as a sort of support for the foil in a similar colour as possible. But because I didn't know what I was doing, I thought let's just get 2 coats on everything, and then we'll decide what's going to happen. So this is the second coat of the ombre, and I think these colours did go quite nicely together. I mean, they sort of do and don't, but I think once they're ombre, they do. They went together better in the flesh than what you see here. If you want to see a video, like a real-time video of an ombre, I'll leave a link in the description. There's actually loads of ombres videos on my channel, but I will leave a description. I will leave a link. There we go, found it. I will leave a link in the description for the video that's a real-time ombre, if you want to watch that one, just for a bit more detail on what I'm doing as I do it and how I do it. It's different to other people maybe, but you know, you do whatever you want to do. So we're now taking Foil It, which is the Gel Perfection foil gel. It's such a good foil gel. I love it. For a perfect pickup every time. This is a foil I'm going with. So we will put that onto the foil gel has been cured for 2 minutes. That's in a UV or an LED lamp. Place the foil on and then just smoothing out the center. And I really hate putting foils on when nails are stuck on these little stands, because you can't, they just move around too much. You can't put pressure on them because they're just stuck on them with blue tack, so it's a bit fiddly, especially because this is a really small set. A lot of my clients who've had press-ons don't want really long sets. They want just sort of natural short sets, like it would be their natural nails. So it does make things a bit more fiddly. I'm rubbing more than I need to rub, but I'm cautious. I like to be sure. But yeah, having the shorter press-ons does make it all a bit more fiddly, because there's a lot more prep work. If they wanted them long, how how they came, that'd be amazing. Just bam, just start painting. But you've got to measure and then account for the length they want. But then obviously all fingers are different lengths and this, that and the other, and the filing and, blah, blah, and tape measures and all this bollocks. So that's had a coat of diamond gloss, of course. And this is all of them. They've had a second coat, and this is how far I was, and then started twiddling my thumbs, thinking, what do I do now? What did I do now? These three, her index, middle, and ring finger are all the same size. Well, the fingers aren't, probably, but the nails are, like her measurements are, so they're all sort of interchangeable. So I am doing the top third of that. I'm putting the foil gel on it. And that's going to have a 2-minute cure. And now I'm adding, Opal Quartz. Oh, it's so good. I love it so much. Look at it. Look at it. Is it not just, every time I use this, I know I've done this in a few videos now, just drooling over it. It's just so beautiful. So I'm popping some of that at the top, sort of blobs of it at the top. And then I'm going to take more fluff, take a detailer brush and just work it down. And because it's like rainbow flakes inside a predominantly clear polish, you're not going to have to worry about strokes because you won't see them once you top. And it sort of fades itself out. Oh, it's like an ocean. Faffing. And that goes in the lamp. And then this is the one that's had foil it on the top third. And I stupidly didn't wipe and buff the nail first. So some of the foil sticks to the gel polish, which foil does, but you'll never get like perfect coverage just using the tacky layer. So here I'm like, oh no! I didn't know if it was not sticking to the foil gel or it was sticking to the gel polish, but it was sticking to the gel polish. So the bit that's got foil gel on it has picked up perfectly. And I'm just using some isopropyl alcohol, prep, wipe, cleanse, whatever you want to call it, to clean up that bit that's stuck to the polish. Oh, and now I wanted to do some striping tape to sort of section that bit off, but I couldn't find one that matched perfectly. I didn't have any greens. That one was far. No, that's not happening. And then I realised, just paint your own fucking line. You know, your Wally. I haven't realised yet. It hasn't clicked yet. There we go, it's clicked. So I thought I'll just paint my own line in a colour that matches. Silly sausage. So I've popped some lily pad on a palette and just doing a stripe across there. Oh, fucking doorbell. Hang on. Okay, where were we? It was Amazon. So I've done that stripe. I don't know why it took me like 79 strokes to do it. You could do it in one. That's the goal. But, 79 is acceptable too. So I'm just doing the same on the other ombre. I didn't know whether to keep it plain, but I mean, glitter, you know? It's got to be done. Hello, dog. And that will have a cure. What's up, baby? Dog's just come in and staring at me. Oh, it's his dinner time. That's why. So the bottom half of this nail, I wanted to tie in with everything else. So I just added some of the Opal Quartz onto that as well. And then decided to do another full nail of foil on this one. So that's having foil it, 2-minute cure, and then mostly out of shot. Just popping the foil on there. See, I dropped it. And I was like, oh no! But luckily it all picked up, so it was all good. It was safe. We're safe. Topping that, and then are we done? Am I finished? Oh no, I've got to top these. So topping everything with diamond gloss, super shiny top coat, and then they will all have a cure. There we go. And I think the colours work well together. I think, I love this one. I love that. So that is them. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
But like when the toilet bowl, and it makes that sound, it's like.